Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the All About Favor channel. I am Pastor KZ. At the end of the video, please hit the thumbs up button, like the video, comment on the video if you like, and share the video. To my current subscribers, thank you for your continued support. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. My attire this week will be the winning teams. As I always say, you win, I rep, and I pick the teams who either have a big win or a comeback from behind win or an unexpected win. And you all have said, Pastor KZ, you don't represent Dak Prescott the way you be on here capping for Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. So guess what, subscribers? My subscriber in Dallas, Texas, you've sent me this t-shirt. And it's very nice. It's a Dak Prescott t-shirt, y'all, and on the back it has his name and everything. So Dak, I'm shouting you out. That was a good win, Cowboys, on Thursday night against the Seahawks. Let's get into it. This week is going to be real talk. I'm giving you some things to think about before this year comes to a close. One of the things I want to talk about today is ungrounded. That's a word and a term we don't use very often, but let me give you a little idea of what I'm talking about. When you are ungrounded, you have a tendency to feel like you're just walking around in a fog. Has anyone ever felt that? Kind of like you're disconnected from what's going on around you. You like motivation, little excitement, not much excites you anymore. Things that you should be ecstatic about or showing some true emotion about, you just don't anymore. And y'all, this needs attention. So you've gone this year, some of you just in a fog. You're ungrounded. And before you enter the new year, you got to make a decision that I need to correct this. I don't want to go through the new year the same way. Now, sometimes this behavior is a direct result of depression. And I know that is a word, and that is a feeling that a lot of people do not want to address. A lot of people like to deny it or stuff it down and just go on with their life and act like it's not happening. But everything about you is showing that something is off here. There's a disconnect. There's some depression going on. And I know a lot of people think when you're depressed it's noticeable. A lot of times it's not. Have you ever heard people say, the last time I saw them, they appeared so happy, or they seemed like they had everything going on, and that person goes off into a shell, or they go and do something tragic to themselves? They are appearing, they're putting the best on the outside. I don't know about you, but there was a time in my life, sometime I just put the best on the outside and keep going. Depression teaches you how to not tell the truth about what you really feeling, because a lot of us are taught, just deal with it. Just don't share it. Just keep it on the inside when you're really at the breaking point, And a lot of people always say that when you are depressed, you just want to stay in bed. You don't want to be around people. You just isolate. But there's some people who have signs of depression and are dealing with clinical depression, and they're going on just like there's nothing wrong. Now, sometime you go through and you suffer in silence, and that's not a good thing. And part of the funny thing about depression is once you sit down and take a breather and really begin to be honest about what is the root cause of your depression, you might find yourself having a meltdown. And you know what, y'all, sometimes the meltdown has to come in order for you to get built back up. Sometimes you got to break down and just cry it out, because believe it or not, sometimes tears and crying is a cleanser. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But I want to speak to those of you who are in Christendom. In Christianity, you learn a very bad habit real early. And I should say we, because I'm part of that. We learn not to be honest. We learn how to lie. Okay, Pastor KZ, what do you mean about that? What I mean is when someone asks you, how you doing? You know what the response is? Oh, I am blessed and highly favored. When you falling apart inside, you learn to put that game face on and go step in there and look like everything is great, when on the inside something is broken. So that is what I mean when I say Christians learn how to lie very early. Another thing we're taught as Christians is don't claim it, baby. Don't claim that. Don't speak that in the atmosphere. But I'm trying to express to you that I'm dealing with something right now, and I really need y'all to partner in prayer with me strongly about it. But see, it contradicts itself. You don't supposed to speak it out, but yet they want you to partner in prayer, but you can't really say what really is wrong with you. Y'all, let me be very clear on something here. When you speak things out, even if it's a negative truth that you are going through, don't hold that in. You've got to express it, even if you have to go to a therapist. And I know that's taboo in a lot of cultures, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with seeking out help. Because if you don't seek out help and pull yourself out of this, and sometimes you can't do it by yourself. You need someone to give you some tools you can use. And sometimes you don't want to vent to people in your family. Sometimes you don't want to vent to the pastor. Sometimes you need someone from the outside who can give you a clear cut, some ideas and things that you can do, and to really help you without prejudging you or giving you their opinion on what you need to be doing, because they're so close in your circle. Now, when you begin to feel lost, overwhelmed, restless, you're not grounded. Disconnected is a big thing, and a lot of times we don't realize how we are disconnecting from things simply because we're so used to just staying busy, just doing things to keep our mind off of what we're really depressed about. Y'all, let me say this. Grief is serious. Depression is real. Discouragement is real. And you know what? As long as you stay ungrounded, you will experience those emotions. Now, you've got to be willing to change these feelings, these emotions. Get some help for this before you enter the new year, or when the new year comes in. Make a decision that you're going to change some things. You don't want to walk in depression. You want to have peace of mind. And remember, I always like to use this scripture, and I say it a lot because I speak it in the atmosphere, that the joy of the Lord is my strength. And when I don't have any joy, I'm weak. So y'all, we've got to be able to confront very difficult situations that have happened in our lives, circumstances going on. You have got to confront that, deal with some of your pain from your past so you can move forward. And it's okay for you to say, I'm not okay. But you can't just keep disconnecting and disassociating yourself from what you were experiencing and putting things, the best on the outside. What y'all think about it? It's real talk. When you depressed, when you going through a season of dryness, real talk, you need help. And sometimes you can't do it by yourself. Sometimes praying, you just can't pray your way out of it. You need strength, and you need a good support system. Go ahead and write in your journals. Keep journaling. Carry that over into the new year. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I do know a few things about depression because I have been there, and I know it's not a good place to be, and it's okay to get help. I don't know. Get yourself focused so you can find some balance, so you can find some peace, and you can walk in the joy of the Lord. Y'all have a great Monday. I'll see you back tomorrow.